Caleb Williams gave a candid interview regarding his feelings about the Chicago Bears. Hello everyone, I'm Andy here with Chicago Bears React, bringing you all the news coming out of this week's NFL Combine and beyond. If you wouldn't mind, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and make sure that you keep yourself tuned in to what we're going to talk about on this channel, because we're going to be covering all of the exciting news regarding your Chicago Bears. Now, as this week is Combine Week, there's a lot of information coming out. There's a lot of interviews, a lot of people who are available to the media who aren't typically available in this way. And this week, that has included Mr. Caleb Williams, who will be most people's bet as the number one pick in the draft, whether that's the Bears or not, but it does seem like it's heading that direction. And Caleb was asked pretty directly his feelings about the Chicago Bears. After all, there's been a lot of smoke out there regarding the possibility that Caleb doesn't want to play for the Bears, that he might originally there was this theory that he would actually not come out for the draft and stay another year in college just to avoid playing for the Bears, which of course everybody knew was ridiculous, but once social media gets a hold of an idea, it's tough to shake. And so Caleb Williams, though, seems to have put those fears to bed. He did an interview with ESPN, and he said, quote, "If I get drafted by the Bears, I'll be excited. If they trade the pick and I get drafted by someone else, I'm just as excited." Speaking about Chicago, they have a talented team, a talented offense and defense. For anyone to be in that situation, I think they'd be excited. He continues, "I'm not pushing any agenda. At the end of the day, the Bears have the last say. Regardless of how I feel, I'm not pushing an agenda of, yeah, I want to go, or no, I don't want to go. I'm excited for whatever comes." So I look at this and I say, one, it's a little bit of a political answer, but what do you want the kid to say? He doesn't know that the Bears are going to take him. He doesn't know that the Bears are not going to take him. All he can say is, yeah, I'm good with the Bears. He's spoken on different podcasts and in different interviews about, he likes deep dish pizza. He seems to really admire and respect, Michael Jordan, Walter Payton, the city of Chicago itself. He's never said anything to indicate he doesn't want to play in the city of Chicago. And certainly, based on what he just said, he pointed out it's a good offense, it's a good defense. I think he's probably looking at what happened last season, particularly the second half, and saying, like, they just need a quarterback. And they really do. But on top of it, on the same day, we got some interesting news as the NFLPA released its report card. And for those of you who aren't familiar with this, the NFL Players Association every single year releases the results of their survey of the players regarding everything from what do they think of the owners, what do they think of the coaches, facilities, food, training, all of it. And the Bears placed 10th. They were number 10 out of the 32 teams. And if we kind of come down here to take a look, the only category that really stunk would be, if you look at the food and nutrition, they fall in the 21st, 24th category. Strength coaches was 22nd, although that's a B. That's not a bad rating. I think it just speaks to what people think of their strength coaches. And then head coach, again a B, but that did fall 25th. And so it is interesting that, there's been these reports that, Matt Eberflus should keep his job because look at how he kept the locker room together. But seemingly the team is, I would say, lukewarm. I don't think they dislike him, but it doesn't appear like he has some glowing love from the players. But overall, you look at this and you say, from a facility standpoint, look at that. They've got 4th and 6th in locker room and training. Treatment of families, 11th. Weight room, 6th. Team travel, 6th. Even, the McCaskies, look at that. They get a B+, 13th in the NFL. And so you look at that and you say, why wouldn't anybody want to come play for that? So if you're Caleb, you're Caleb's dad, you're Caleb's camp, and you think, all right, well, the offense is trending up, the defense is trending way up. They just need a quarterback. And look, all the other pieces we're happy with. We're happy with the facilities they have. We're happy with kind of those amenities and the ownership group and all of that. Now compare that to the team everybody thinks he wants to go force a trade to, which is the Washington Commanders. Because after all, he's a Washington, D.C. native. His former college offensive coordinator is now he's out in D.C. So, seemingly he'd want to go play for them, right? What a terrific organization. Well, not so fast, because if the Bears were 10th on this players survey, Washington was dead last. 32 out of 32. And you come down here and take a look at where they fall in these categories, and yikes. Look at this top one. Treatment of families. They got an F-. Locker room, 32nd. Training room, 32nd. Training staff, 31st. Weight room, 25th. They got good strength coaches. Obviously, the head coach doesn't seem to be relevant at this point. But, you look at this and you're like, all right, so this is clearly not the same situation. And let's give Washington some credit. They just replaced the owner. They just replaced the GM. Things will change, but they're not going to change overnight. And this is the team that everybody thinks he wants to go play for. Here's a fun little report that came out today, just as people on Twitter saw that the Commanders were 32nd. Commanders players reported multiple sewage leaks in the locker room this past season. Gosh, I'd love to play for that team. Wouldn't that be great? You go to put in your mouth guard and it tastes like sewage. That's the dream. Yeah. Obviously, I'm poking fun, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Can we put this to bed? Can we finally, as Bears fans, just accept Caleb's going to be happy if he's drafted by the Bears? And so let's not worry about that. So the question now only has to be, is Caleb the guy? Is he better than Justin Fields? Is he better than Drake May, Jaden Daniels, J.J. McCarthy? Is he the best quarterback option for the Bears next season? That's all that matters. We can stop worrying about, does he want to play for the Bears? Because I think he does. And one last little nugget that came out of that ESPN interview, and this is something that I really liked. And he said, quote, "As the saying goes, the legends live on." And this is he was directly asked about Michael Jordan and Walter Payton and playing in the same city as those guys. And he says, "That's my goal of playing football. It's not money. It's not fame. It's to be immortal. I want to reach that sense of being a legend." Hey, Caleb, you want to be a legend? How about the fact that Bears fans are so desperate for even like above average quarterback play that like half of Bears Twitter wants to build a statue to Justin Fields right now? You want to be a legend? Go be a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback in Chicago. You won't have to buy dinner for yourself ever again. You won't have to buy drinks. You won't have to do anything else for Chicago. They will love you unconditionally. Guaranteed. So, anyway, what do you all think? Do you think Caleb is actually this warm and excited about Chicago? Do you think he could be a Bears legend? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, Bears fans, bear down.